What's going on, collective? Welcome to By the Season 4. I appreciate every single one of you for tuning in here. Thank you guys. If you want to know anything about me, where you can contact me, any social platforms, please feel free to check out that description box below. Of course, this is a reading on the go, so you will not see my face. It will be a blackout screen. You might hear other noises because, yes, I'm in the car. So collective, 2022 could be significant that year. Okay, something could have transpired in someone's life during that time. Maybe it was a mark of a new chapter. Okay, for others of you, the initials of Y could be significant. Some of you could be questioning why. Okay, why a situation unfolded, why something happened or is happening. Okay, some of you could feel like you're trapped within your own environment, your own home, your own circumstances. Okay, so here's what I want to say. There is this energy of complaining all the time. You complain about this, you complain about that, but what are you doing to get up out of your situation? It's a different story if you're sitting here, trying to make efforts. Get it? I mean, we're human. We're gonna say this, we're gonna say that, but if you're someone who sits here and complains, but you're not doing anything about your circumstances, okay? There is this energy of, there's a song, where Jadakiss says, without working for it, not often you're gonna find riches, okay? So this is what I'm saying. If you're not putting in the work for something, you're not going to find that success. You're not going to get what it is out of life or out of that situation, what you're looking for. So with anything, there has to come a time where you tell yourself, okay, I need to change this about myself, or I need to change the way I think, the way I act. I need to navigate through this path, or I need to, there is this energy of needing to make a plan. Write things down. Okay, what is it that you want to accomplish? Where do you see your life? What do you want out of life? And you have to start applying yourself to those things. I feel like as a collective, there is this energy of feeling stuck, feeling stagnant, and maybe money has you tied up. Maybe, you have a job where you make a certain amount of money, but you work all these hours, so therefore you may not be able to get a second job. Okay, so now it boils down to what other skills or hobbies, what other talents do you have where you can make extra money or income? It's having to utilize some sort of resources, or maybe needing to cut some things that you're buying for yourself, in order to save some money, whether it's $5, this, that, and the third, So, there's something like that someone here needs to consider, or like someone's mindset needs to change when it comes to their way of living, or, gaining some sort of success, or feeling stuck or stagnant within their career. Okay. We do have the 9 of Cups showing up here. So some of you could be a water sign, or you could be dealing with a water sign. There could be this energy of like wanting to experience something that feels good. Okay, something about smell good. Maybe somebody smells good. Maybe it's their perfume. Okay, there is also an energy of observation. So like there could be people who are observing you, observing your mannerism. Maybe there is an energy of mystery about you, where someone here wants to know more about you, more about where you come from. How did you get to this point? Experiences of yours, I feel like there is this energy of drawing people to you that you're going to help reach a level of enlightenment in their life, okay? I also get this energy for the collective that some of you may need to take out time for yourself, time to meditate, time to think. Some of you, I feel like you're just ripping and running, and you're not able to truly think for yourself or to yourself, like, you know, plan things out. It's like you need to shut out all the extra noise, okay? Some of you can feel burdened or feel like alone in a circumstance or in a situation, like you're carrying the majority of the weight of, you know, your friends, your family, your work, okay? And there's this level of, you know, this is where you need to set boundaries, you know, and I get it. Sometimes, you know, we get caught up in situations and, you know, or our family is struggling in some kind of way, shape, or form, and we don't want to let them down. It could be our friends. It could be this, that, and the third. Maybe it's our relationship partner as well, where it's like you always feel like you have to help someone else out, but where are people there to help you or to support you? It's unrequited. And I feel like until someone gets tired and sick of it and they blow up or they have some sort of like breakdown, that is when they're going to truly experience, like, you know what, something has to change, okay? Because I can't keep stressing myself out. I can't keep putting myself in physical like physical harm or in disease, okay, because of other people's struggles or because other people can't get it right, okay? It's not your responsibility to carry the burdens of your family. It's not your responsibility to carry the burden of your partner. It's not your responsibility to carry the burdens of your friends, of your coworkers, or of your job. It is not your responsibility. And I feel like there is an energy of needing to set boundaries, okay? And how do you set boundaries? Some people are just, you know, some people feel like, you know what, well, you know, it's because you may have a good heart. You can be very unconditional. You don't like to see people struggle, but you're struggling, okay? But you're having a hard time, but your mental health is not right, but your emotions are, you know, you're not feeling loved or you're not feeling secure. You know, it's like, where is the equal exchange? Where is the give and receive? There isn't, because people are just taking. And I feel for some of you, you need to understand one thing about karma, and you need to understand one thing about helping other people who can't get it right or who can't get it together. There's always a lesson in every situation, right? And I feel like for some of you, like I've mentioned, it's not your responsibility, okay, to, you know, if someone is going through this or going through that, it's like the same way that you help yourself out of situations because no one is there to support you. That is how you have to look at other people. You need to allow them to get sick and tired of being in their current state of mind or in their current state of being or their environment or their work or this and the third. And you need to let them experience that energy so that they can do something about it. Because until you, because you're always stepping in, or because they know that they can rely on you, or they know that they can count on you to be there to give them money or to take them somewhere or to provide this, okay, they're not going to change. That circumstance, that situation is not going to change. I need someone to hear me out, okay? I feel like this is a significant message for someone. And I feel like someone needs like a level of encouragement, a level of motivation here. We have the Lover's energy. Someone here is going to spend their life trying to help other people that continue to disappoint them, let them down, not receive anything in return. And they're continuing to struggle. It's like you're going to keep being depleted, okay? You're going to keep being depleted. You're going to keep feeling like you don't have no legs to stand on, okay, until you do something about it. And I feel like someone is not going to experience life the way that they're supposed to experience it because they're so busy helping other people get out of their mess, get out of their rut. And guess what? That is not your job. That is not your job. Friend, family, foe, co-worker, work is not your responsibility. You know, and I feel like oftentimes, you know, it's not till we get sick and tired. It's not till we feel like we're so fed up because we're so burdened. We can barely have two legs to stand on, right? We're exhausted. Barely have love to give to the person you want to love, okay, or that you want to give your emotions to. There is this star energy, and I feel like there is this rescue energy. Like I feel like someone needs to be rescued, or they want to be rescued. They want something to change. But the minute that spirit calls for change, or the minute that spirit shifts your circumstances or your environment, there is this energy of feeling like, you know what? There is this energy of not being able to see that what is coming in or what is happening for divine reasons. So if you are someone who is like praying for a way out or praying for better circumstances, when things begin to fall apart, expect that to be your answer. Expect that to be the divine working on your behalf to move things so that you can have what it is that you're asking for. Don't be afraid for things to fall apart. Don't be afraid of, trials and tribulations, because that is where the growth happens. That is where change happens. That is where your blessings come in. And it's not only happening to you, but it's happening for you. And it's happening for everybody else that feels that they can take from you and strip you of your energy, of your resources, of your livelihood. I'm getting this energy that you are someone that is most capable. You are the one that exhibits. Is that even a word? Exhibits. Okay, the most strength within your family. And I feel like that is why people depend on you so much, because you always got it. You look like, you come across like, you know what, I'll take care of it. I'll handle it. I'll do this. I'll do that. You need to stop doing that. You need to allow these people to get their shit together. Leave them where they're at, because that's the only way things are going to change. And as hard as that is, right? As hard as that is, because we're attached to them, we love them. Let me tell you something. It's not fair. It's not a fair situation. Spirit doesn't want that for you. We care so much about other people's feelings, or what other people are going to experience, or what other people are going to go through, not realizing that if they really truly cared about us or how we felt, or this, that, and the third about our livelihood, they wouldn't be putting us in those situations. They would get their shit together. They would make it happen. They would make it do for themselves. I feel like somebody is going through a situation where it's like, I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place. But little do you know that rock and that hard place, that rock is that ground, right? The ground, the dirt that is keeping that rock in place has softened up. You're able to shift that rock and move it out of your way. But you have to be able to put the energy and effort to push. That's a message. Some of you may have a divine connection. This could be a loving relationship, a partnership here. I'm getting like, I choose you. I want you in my life. You can't give to a loving partner. You can't have a loving, stable relationship if you yourself don't have it together, because you're so busy helping everybody else. You're so busy giving all of you to other people who are struggling or keeping you in that energy of stagnation. Some of you may have good jobs. You may have good careers, but it doesn't feel like it because you're constantly stuck in a place of turmoil or strife. I feel like for some of you, it's just this energy of like wanting change, wanting something to change. It's almost like, well, only if I had this, only if I had that, then everything will be all better. But that's not how it works. That's not how life works. You have to be that person for yourself. You have to be those things for yourself. You have to show up for yourself in what you're expecting or trying to manifest into your life. Because the minute that you get what it is that you want, guess what? And you haven't done the work, and you don't show up for yourself in that kind of way, you're not gonna learn how to appreciate it. You're not going to appreciate it. You're gonna take it for granted. You're not going to recognize that this is what I've been waiting for. This is what I've been calling in. This is what feels good to me. Whether it's a relationship, a job, a home, whatever. It's time to shift out of some sort of stagnant way of thinking, okay? Yeah, we have the strength card, like I said. You're showing up as someone who is very strong, very determined. I got it. I'll take care of it. I'm going to do this. No question about it. You're showing up as someone who is very loyal, right? Leo energy is very loyal. The strength card represents Leo energy. Whether Leo season is going to be significant for you. Some of you may have Leo placements here. Okay? But you're showing up in this energy. And, some of you show up as so strong, and like I said, you hide it so well, though. You hide your strength very well, where people don't even realize that, damn, like they just do it without question. They do it without complaining. They do it with it, but deep down inside, you are complaining. Deep down inside, you do feel some kind of way. This is what you're portraying to everybody else. This strength, this confidence, but you're at this energy of the eight of swords, 10 of swords. You are literally at the end of breakdown. You could be almost feeling like you're very fatigued. You're very exhausted. You could feel like confused. You could have like cloudy judgment, or you feel like you're, like something is just not right. Like you feel off. You could be stuck in your head. You could be experiencing fear. You could be experiencing some sort of anxiety or lack here. There's a lot of worry. There's a lot of turmoil here. 8 of Swords to the 10 of Swords. That's not a good energy. It's self-entrapment. It's almost like overthinking to the point where you're exhausting yourself. You're exhausting your mental. August 10th could be significant. Yeah, that could be Leo energy for some of you. October 8th could be significant for someone. We have the Judgment. You could be dealing with a Scorpio here. You could be dealing with a Gemini, an Aquarius, a Leo, all fixed energy here. Some of you are connecting with your divine ancestors. Something about the Cobra is significant. So look up the meaning of Cobra, because that could be significant for some of you, that meaning. Some of you could be dealing with people who are just lost souls. Their souls are lost. Their souls are oppressed. It's like they don't have any awareness. They don't have any self-awareness in their mind, okay? In their subconscious, in their conscious energy, they don't have no self-awareness. They just wander the earth. They just wander the earth like a lost soul. Others of you, it could just be that they're always playing the victim. I need help. I need help. I need help. I need help. But at the same time, it's not, like I'm telling you, it's not your job. And it's sad. It's a sad situation I feel that someone here could be experiencing. We have the 8 of Pentacles. Some of you could be thinking about, going on vacation. Some of you could be thinking about, you could be at work thinking about someone, how they make you feel. Someone could be buying you something. There could be someone wanting to invest in you or give to you. Some of you could be wanting to move away from unhealthy connections or attachments, or you're needing to. There could be someone who's like very over emotional or problematic, and it's just unhealthy. It's just not what you need in your life. You need someone who's going to be supportive. You need someone who's not going to be jealous, someone who's not going to be codependent or clingy. Someone who's going to show up for you. Someone who's going to ask you, hey, how's your day going? Do you need anything? Did you eat today? Be safe. Do you want to hang out with me? Can I take you this? Can I take you there? Do you need to talk about anything? Like, I'm here to listen. Some of you could be mistaken. A person to have those qualities, but they don't. They're toxic. they're just self-destructive. They could have mental health issues as well. Someone here feels like you owe them. It's time to live your life, collective. 3 of Cups. It's time to live your life. It's time to break free. It's time to exit out of some sort of third-party situation, whether it's multiple people, whether it's just an extra person, okay? Someone here could be refusing to let something die, to let something go. Someone is refusing to let go of a third party, to let go of, some sort of exchange, okay? Something that's unrequited with the 3 of Pentacles. The Princess of Cups. Yeah, like somebody is not getting what they deserve out of a situation, out of life in general. And I feel like it has a lot to do with, right, a program way of thinking or being, or, something that is generational. Well, my parents grew up like this, or this is our family tradition. This is how I was raised. But you have to break out of that, because you're never going to excel. You're never going to grow. You're never going to truly feel free. You're never going to truly feel successful. You're always going to feel like, oh, I got to deal with this. Oh, I got to deal with that. Oh, I got to do, you're always going to feel burdened. The Death card, Scorpio energy, Queen of Swords. It's time to lay something to rest. It's time to lay something to rest. Spirit is coming in and making something, finalizing something. The World card. Something is over. Some of you are stepping into a new cycle, a new chapter. I do feel that you are well protected. You're heavily protected. If there was anybody or anything trying to come up against you, that's done. That's over with. There is no, there is no being in this energy of allowing people to take from you. I'm hearing something is necessary. There's a song that, I don't know if any of you guys are into gospel music, Christian music, but there's a song by Fantasia and her group that she sings with, and it's called It Was Necessary. And if you find it on YouTube, I'm gonna tell you you can find it on YouTube. It's a YouTube video, and they're singing in like this room, and she's like wearing this robes. That's the one that you want to listen to. It's called It Was Necessary by Fantasia. Okay, and you'll know it's the right one because she's singing in a robe, and the guy is playing the piano. Okay, and they're like in this room. So go check that out. Okay, because that is gonna be something that is a message for you. You're going through things in your life because it's necessary for your journey. It's necessary for your growth, for your self-awareness, for you to accelerate, okay? And I do feel there's going to be changes that are coming to the collective here. Whether you're in this energy of being restrictive, or what's that word I'm looking for, resistant is what I'm, if there is any resistance, how do I want to say this? If there's any resistance from your end or anyone's end, don't be surprised how things are going to crumble. Don't be surprised when things feel like it's a whole storm in your life, and it feels very chaotic, and it feels like you can't handle it, and you feel under pressure, and this is falling apart, and this is happening, and I'm going through this, and I'm going through that. It's because Spirit is trying to get you to elevate, to drop the burdens. You're asking for change. Allow the change to happen. And the more you resist this change within your life, okay, things are going to seem or appear like it's hard, like a lot harder. Don't do it, okay? Don't do it. What's happening here? Sorry, guys. It's like destruction. So, but this was your reading. I hope that this reading resonated with you. I hope this reading reached the soul that it was supposed to reach. Please drop a comment for me if you have heard this message and you receive it. Feel free to reach out to me on my other platforms. And yeah, guys, I am open for personal readings, and I will talk to you guys soon.